Hi, Doug Casey here, Down to Earth Golf. This video is for people who are getting better at the driver, but if you're like most of us, you still hit some right and left and maybe some screwy ones. So let's talk about why that might happen, or what's happening when that happens actually. First of all, for some understanding. So the first thing you want to understand is that there's something called gear effect. Now I'm going to get close to the camera here. If I hit this ball in the center, everything's well and good. Okay, everything's great. But if I hit on the toe, the club face does this, and the ball comes off spinning the opposite way. Okay, if I hit on the heel, the club face does this, and again the ball comes off spinning the opposite way. So, right-handed or left-handed, if I cut it off the toe, it comes off with draw spin. If I off a heel, it comes off with cut spin or fade spin. So driver face is curved a little bit like this. Okay, or if you want to see it this way, like this. It's also curved like this. That's so that if I hit on the toe, we know it's going to come off with draw spin, so we curve it so it sends the ball a little bit further right to start, so it hopefully doesn't go too far left. And the opposite on the heel, it starts off left, so hopefully the ball doesn't go too far right. Okay, so that's gear effect. I really want to understand that. You're going to have gear effect whether this is curved or not. The curve on this is trying to counteract the gear effect and keep the ball in play. You know, there's companies out there right now calling twist face and different technologies to try to help you, I guess, with gear effect. But I want you to understand that if this face was flat, the ball will go a lot further offline than if it's curved like it is. Okay? So I want you to understand that first. Second, I want you to understand that most of these drivers are made to hit the ball right about there, a little above center. Okay? So center of the club face, but a little above the center this way. If you hit above the center this way, there's something called vertical gear effect. Same thing. Ball hits up here, face does this a little bit, and we get less backspin. And less backspin on a driver is usually a good thing. If we hit it down here, faces this a little bit, and we get more backspin, which usually takes away distance pretty drastically, actually. So we want to hit the ball a little bit in the center of the face and a little bit above center. So make sure you're teeing up the ball high enough that you can do that. Okay? So I want you to understand gear effect. If not, please find out more about it. Okay, next thing I want you to understand is a little bit of the ball flight laws for the driver. The driver's the club where it has less loft. The less loft you have in a club, the more the club face determines the starting direction. Okay, so the 7-iron, they tell me about 80 to 85% of the starting direction is determined by the club face. With a driver, usually it's 85 to 90%, and so those numbers do change. So the less loft you have, like a driver, the least lofted club in your bag except for your putter, the more the club face affects starting direction. So if your starting direction is to the right, you're more likely to not have an open club face. If your starting direction is to the left, you more than likely have a closed club face. Now, it's kind of assuming centered hits, isn't it? Because again, this club face is curved, so you hit off center, you can kind of throw that out a little bit. But if you hit on the center, then that club face determines the starting direction. Okay? And I really advise you, if you don't know where you're hitting on the face, if you can't kind of see after you hit a driver where it is on the face, get some foot spray or something else, put it on the face so you can see where you hit it. Really good feedback. Okay. The curvature on the ball is where the club face is square to the path or not. So the club face is square to the path, then that ball is going to fly straight. If the club face is open to the path, in relationship to the path now, you're going to see a fade. If the club face is closed to the path, we're going to see a draw. Hope that makes sense to you. Just to show that to you a little bit. Okay, so there's that club face. If that club face is square to the path, I'm going to see a straight flight. If that club face is closed to the path, I'm going to see this, or this kind of spin. We call this a tilted spin axis, and it's going to draw. If the face is open to the path, then I'm going to see the ball curve the other way or fade. So, club face determines starting direction, path versus club face determines curvature. Assuming a centered hit. Remember, you can kind of throw that all out the door when you miss the center of that club. Okay, good golfing.